Remember that we agreed on a safe space, guys, to
Before
discuss.
you tell us, well, first, just a reminder, anytime you want to hear a song, feel free to call or text us, 877-2-RADIO-U, or if there's a comment concerning Obi's concern that maybe you can help with.
I think there's something wrong with me.
What do you think?
Well, okay.
Narrow it down.
Here we go. Let's start big and work our way in.
Okay.
Yesterday, around this time, I told you guys that I'm having soda dreams now, where I go to gas stations and I want some soda.
Yes, because you've been off soda for about 2 months.
Right. And we think it was triggered because I had a 7-Up last week, and my body was like, we're back in.
Now, that was only because you were sick.
Right.
So, a medicinal 7-Up.
It fixes everything. That's what doctors used to prescribe in the 1980s. Back in the past.
I think it was the 1880s, not 1980s.
Whatever. It's one number off. It's fine.
I think it was a long time ago.
Okay. All right. But then yesterday I saw Michael walk through our break room and he was holding a Diet Mountain Dew and he was talking to me, but the whole time
he had a 2-liter.
I was just staring at the Mountain Dew. I was just staring at it. And he was talking to me and I'm just like, I just can't take my eyes off it.
You can only look at that?
I can't take my eyes off it.
Do you feel yourself like wanting to move from, because a lot of times it's hard to keep we're all in, never again will you have soda.
Right.
Or do you want to go to a more approach where you're just not having the amounts of soda that you had before, but you can have it every so often?
I'm afraid,
Which sometimes
I'm afraid of that, because to me that feels like I'll just all the way back in. Yeah, because I've done this before where I've quit or I'll moderate and the moderation never sticks. I end up all the way back in. And the one thing I will say about the no soda thing is it's shocking how much more energy and how much more awake just in general that I am. Like I will go through the entire RIOT drinking a cup of coffee, meaning 8 ounces of coffee. I still have half of a tumbler left. And I used to drink sometimes a 44-ounce soda and drink all of my coffee, and I would still feel exhausted.
Well, someone texted yesterday when you were mentioning your soda thing they every so often will have a clear caffeine-free soda.
Yes.
So maybe that's
my moderation.
Maybe that's your thing. Yeah,
maybe it is.
Maybe that is a moderation.
Now, I want you to see if this ties in, okay?
Yeah.
So I had the soda dream. I was staring at Michael's 2-liter, and then last night I had this dream.
Oh, no.
That Lecrae was really mad at me. And I was in the bathroom but we were at a public place, at a concert or something. And I was just in there and I wasn't using the bathroom.
Sure.
I was standing in front of the mirror and Lecrae came in the bathroom and he was mad at me.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he was mad about.
So does soda pop into this dream at all, or?
No, but I just wonder if it's related. Do you think that Lecrae represents soda in my dream?
And they're mad at you.
They're mad at me, and I'm in the bathroom cleansing.
Because you're at a club, which is the fun part of your life.
Uh-huh.
And you're not having fun anymore.
Not.
And you can't even do your job. Maybe Lecrae is the music.
He's the music.
It's Radio U.
And Radio U walked in wearing Lecrae's face.
Yes.
And it's just what is up?
Will you drink some soda, will you? Maybe that's what it represents, or it represents the bands. They're not happy with you, or the listeners.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. He was pretty mad. And I remember thinking, Lecrae is mad at me.
Why are you mad at me, Lecrae?
I don't know what I
Someone
did.
just tuned in and is like, why? But you don't realize that was a dream.
It was just a dream.
Just a dream he had.
Or was it? You think that
maybe this is still a dream?
Maybe
and I'm here to
right
make
now.
you feel better.
Oh my gosh, the dream! I'm on the 3rd level. I'm listening for the kick.
What are you supposed to do? What was that movie where you spin the thing?
Yeah,
Inception?
I need my dream totem.
That's it.
That's exactly right.
The worst of the RIOT. Proof that you're already living in that dark future dystopia. Radio U.
For all your hot iPhone gossip.
Woo!
Because that's what we do.
Let us gossip a bit.
Oh, my gosh. Can you see? Look at all the weight that it's put on. Good Lord. I mean, I'd be embarrassed to leave the house like that.
Has the iPhone, this is the title, this is the tag you would see. Is the new iPhone 8 getting fat? That's totally that.
Well, here's the deal.
I heard it's gained something.
Well, it has gained something, Nikki. A headphone jack. Just kidding. Those are stupid. I
don't miss mine at all, but yeah, some people do.
You don't miss it at all?
No, not at all.
I swear, you're so Apple.
Whatever.
It's like these plebes with their stupid holes in their phone. I'd be embarrassed. So the iPhone, there's this rumor floating that the iPhone 8 is not going to be the iPhone 8.
It's going to be the iPhone X. And you got to put your hands up.
Cross both arms.
Like an X.
X.
Where's Vin Diesel when we need him to do this promotion?
So what do you think?
I never like when they do like words like extreme, but with X's and streams. Just X's. So,
I don't like streams or X's. So certainly not together.
I don't know how modern it feels to me, but it doesn't matter anyway. So I should just get on board if that's what we need to do.
Well, listen to how easily you spit out the corporate speak where you're like, I don't even miss a headphone jack. They suck.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they want you to think anyway. So with this, the iPhone X, oh my gosh, Nikki, you're going to be walking around just like, everybody check out my extreme phone. It's awesome. It's extreme. Hey, bros, you want to get some new snowboarding videos? Like, check out this sick kickflip I just did.
That's what it's like.
That's what the X is for, because it's extreme, the lifestyle I live.
We'll see. See, that's what I feel. I totally feel like that.
That's where you're going, Nikki.
Yeah.
You're going to end up being extreme now.
Everything old is new, so that's probably, now we're back to the X.
Oh my gosh, you should see Nikki's BMX tricks. She's got a half pipe in her backyard.
Like no other, right?
It's unreal. First time I taught her to drop in, she was immediately an expert. You wouldn't have believed what I saw. Expert! Actually, you'll believe it because I captured it all on my iPhone X.
So it wouldn't be a phone or a tech release if we didn't hate the name, though, because most things that come out we don't really care for.
Oh, what about the Droid Turbo? Perfect name. It's fast. It's red.
Turbo does sound like exactly the same time thing that it's coming from.
Well, that may be true. But I will say, okay, all the extreme aside, this does allow them to reset the numbers.
Which they have to do, or they realize like they need to.
Because you can have the iPhone X, and then you can have the iPhone X2.
Yes, or X Plus, or like whatever comes up with. But they got to get out of the numbers.
They need to just have it be the iPhone with an emoji next to it.
They don't want the numbers, honestly, too much. Because, say, if you're younger, you're like, wait, how
don't know the numbers?
No, like, how old has this been around? So it shows its age more if you're like, I'm at 8 already. And what if it was like, here's the new iPhone 25? Like, at a point, you got to change it.
Well, they need that, or they should go the subtitle route like they do with movies. Like, no. It's not Star Trek 14. It's Star Trek Beyond the Pale.
Before the 14.
So, like, that could be the thing. They have the iPhone Extreme.
Sure.
So, iPhone, Extreme.
So, we'll see what happens, because coming soon is the press conference.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. And you know what's great? I had just booked an Aspen vacation, so I'll be able to take the X to chronicle my adventures.
You booked a what? An extreme vacation.
It's so extreme, bro. High five.
Wish the worst of the riot would never end?
Everything that has a beginning has an end.
What is wrong with you? Get our daily podcast through iTunes, Google Play, or the Radio U app.
So, I don't know if you saw this, Nikki. Well, yesterday, we were talking about 7-Eleven and how I love the double gulp and how one day I'll never go back to drinking soda ever. But I saw that over the weekend, apparently 7-Elevens around the world, in the United States actually, they unveiled the Ghost White Gummy Slurpee.
The Ghost White Gummy Slurpee?
Ghost White Gummy. Now, it's not everywhere, of course, but it's supposed to be at 7-Elevens all across the U.S.
What's the flavor, though?
It's like
a gummy?
Ghost White Gummy!
At first, I thought like a Ghost Recon thing or something.
Well, I like how you think. Yeah, Nikki, come
on.
The
gummy worm part made it weird.
Well, first off, it's a gummy bear.
Gummy bear.
And it's a white, like clear gummy bear.
Sure.
And apparently the Slurpee tastes exactly like clear gummy bears.
Because hands raised in an ironic way. If anybody loves one of those gummy bears.
I'm
putting my hand down.
Do you like, you don't like clear gummy bears?
No, not gummy bears.
Okay, wait, pause. rewind. Do you not like gummy bears?
I don't like gummy bears, no.
Gummy worms?
Nope.
No gummy?
Nope. Every so often, the ones where they're like, here's this sweet atomic thing rolled in the sugar, like the neon pink ones.
Okay.
Those every so often, but outside of that, no.
All right. Okay. What about Sour Patch Kids?
No. I mean,
I don't know. Like, I don't even understand.
Sugar candy too much. I'd go with a Snickers bar. I like that side of the candy world.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, I'm more that myself. I like real candy.
Maybe because I don't have dental insurance. Like, I'm super scared. So, as we should be.
Well, okay.
And I feel like the gummy selection could do a greater damage.
Don't you understand that is at the heart of what 7-Eleven is doing here?
I know, and I don't need to, even if I'm drinking it through a straw and that makes it better on my teeth, I'm still too afraid.
Well, but there's no gummies in this.
True.
So you're able to get all the flavor of the Ghost White gummy that you've been missing for so long.
It still has probably, if not more, sugar than the actual gummy bear.
Well, corn sugar, and that goes down easy.
Just corn.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just a gummy bear.
I'm just eating this ironic gummy Slurpee.
Well, if anybody tries it, send us a pic and let us know what it's like.
Well, it's there. I am genuinely surprised that you don't like gummy bears. Probably just because they're shaped like bears.
Well, how could I eat it then, Obi? How could I eat it?
Well, you eat that apple?
It's not shaped like my favorite animal.
You bite its head right off.
Don't care, but a gummy bear.
You know what? Apples are shaped like the earth, so you're eating a whole planet.
But I could never, growing up, eat the little baby bear.
Oh, I like to bite its head off.
That's, of course you do.
Imagine a world where the Riot never talks and it's glorious Radio U music for hours on end. Now, imagine the opposite of that. You're already there. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Here I am. I'm wading through the VIP pool.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're not going to rock that VIP pool. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to find yourself another way to travel. So, what's the problem, Nikki? Get focused. Okay, get focused.
Okay, I'm here. I'm listening to you. I am listening to you. It's fine. It's just a goofy morning.
Like a friend, you've got to stay focused before we play Hurricane.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Do you just want to tell them what we did?
No.
You sure you don't want to tell them?
I don't want to tell anybody anything.
Technically, you owe me a gift card now.
I do. Okay, I'll write it down. Because I have to tell the whole story, and I don't think you want to tell the whole story.
What's the whole story?
The ring.
No, I can't tell that part.
So then you can't tell this whole story.
I can't. Do you want to tell them the game? No, you know what? It's fine. Nikki and I just played a game together. It actually got police arrested in certain states, but we just played. Gosh, that sounds dark. But it happened. Remember those guys that had the bail hearing, and they had words that they had to put in?
Oh, yes, but weren't they police officers?
Yeah, and a judge.
They were. Okay.
Yeah. Can we get focused, please?
Yes, please. I'm
right,
waiting.
Look. All right, here. Oh, wow.
It wasn't like that.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't like that, I promise you.
Sorry
Listen,
you're
I'm
so
here
busy.
and awaiting your next thing.
All right. Well, I'm going to rock you like a man taking a cruise, kind of. So the air travel thing, not for everybody. Which
Some
is
people
why,
like to do cruises.
Doesn't Eric have a kayak?
Yes, he has a kayak.
Well, you guys are set to cross the Atlantic.
No, I don't. We went with the economy model, so I don't know if this one's set for like across the Atlantic.
All right, well, here's Alexander Doba. He just completed his third trip across the Atlantic in a kayak.
But it's not, I mean, when you look at these things, it's not just like an off-the-shelf kayak.
Okay, Nikki, let's see if we can, let's take away his accomplishments.
It's almost like a submarine sort of thing, but it's on the water.
Well, he's got to be able to survive some pretty big waves out there.
Sure, so kayak, I feel, gives people hope to think that they could do this too.
He is 70 years old, and he spent, it was 100 days.
Oh, wow, that's so long. That'd be so scary.
100 days?
Did he have any boats around? Because sometimes some people will bring like a spotter boat or something a distance away in case you run into trouble. And then some people don't. They just do it all by themselves.
I'm looking right now trying to find out if there was anybody with him,
helping him?
I don't think so, but he did. This is the third time he's done it. In 2010, he did it, and he became the first person to cross the Atlantic by muscle power alone.
So he's rowing.
Yeah, he's rowed paddling across the Atlantic. So no offense to him. I think it's great, but if it's a little bored.
Gets a little bored?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be so scared.
I'd get a little bored.
I'd have probably...
Or he's really bored, and that's what led him into doing this.
Probably more like that. I'd almost have a panic attack. I think at one point...
Oh, just open water and you're out there alone?
Just open water, no one, and the first sign of, like, some creature or some bad storm, I would just not be able to do it.
No,
I just break down. And I laugh when I break down, too. So you just hear this lady on the water, just like, is that a siren? No, it's just some lady losing it. She's just laughing.
It's just Nikki.
It's just Nikki. She's trying to cross it, and she can't.
You remember that time you started your morning with a gas station breakfast sandwich and immediately regretted it? Yeah, it's like that. The Riot. Radio U.
So our long national nightmare almost over. Sharp has announced that in Japan and China, then Taiwan, then Europe, and then I believe the United States shortly thereafter, they will be selling their new 8K Aquos televisions. 8K, because 4K
is not enough.
It kind of sucks.
Like, you don't even have anything to watch in 8K.
Actually, I don't know where you would get 8K content.
I don't think
unless they send some kind of a demo hard drive with it.
I think there was something, because when we first started talking about in Asia the 8K TV, there was something sports oriented, I thought, but I mean, like everyday average us, no, we're not getting it.
Well, I know when 4K TVs first hit the market, I want to say Sony, but it might have been someone else. They literally sold a hard drive.
Yeah.
And that hard drive was loaded with 10 movies, I think, might have been as many as 20. And it was like, hey, you've got a 4K TV, and this is all you get to watch on it. And that was kind of their thing. So I don't know what they'll do with it.
What you get with it.
But let's see. It looks like right now the price on this 8K TV, which will be...
Drum roll.
I'm looking for a monitor size. I don't see a size of the TV, but they're saying $9,000.
It's probably like I don't know, 60-something.
That's what I was thinking. Somewhere between 50 and 60 inches.
For that price, you're like, it must be huge, but it's not. It's not going to be that big.
Well, for 8K, I don't know. Okay, I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but $9,000 for an 8K TV, as dumb as it sounds, that price is coming down.
Isn't that weird to say?
It's a really dumb thing to say.
When is it going to be at Christmas time?
But they were selling 8K TVs for like $100,000.
Sure. So now at $9,000, it would go down, but that's once they start talking about content coming out. And I feel like no one has really moved towards that yet. They're still trying to push 4K to a lot of people.
That's exactly right. And I mean, in 4K's come down, I was looking at looking.
There's a difference.
Looking at a 65-inch 4K Samsung TV that had their quantum dot tech in it, and it was about $1,000.
See, that is way lower than it used to be.
Much less expensive than you would imagine. Actually, that might have been an LED. That may not have been their quantum dot one. But I was just kind of looking at it, and it was nice, and just thinking like, wow, look at what the price has done.
So give it a year or two, and the 8K TV will be down from $9,000 to $7,000. Much more affordable.
Yeah, I mean, listen to the savings already.
Like, you just wait. If you only wait till the holidays, you'll save a lot of $1,000s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, just wait it out, and pretty soon, it'll be $6,999.
And there'll be maybe some content, too.
Fantastic.
The Riot talks about wanting a day off, but when do we get a day off from them?
Whoa! You suck at this!
It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Nikki, let's talk about sneaker culture.
Sneaker culture, yeah.
You love shoes.
I like flip-flops, but I don't like tennis shoes. I don't like sneakers.
No, Nikki doesn't like anything that tells her toes to go away.
My toes like to be free.
Wandering wild and free.
I don't like socks, and I don't like shoes.
Yeah, I get that. So we have here a drug dealer in Licking County, Ohio. Mm-hmm. He had 67 boxes of footwear that were confiscated by Licking County law enforcement.
County law! County law got in.
County law got him.
So they got all of him. They got him and his shoes.
So these shoes, now keep in mind, again, let's say it again, 67 pair of shoes.
How much are they worth, like, on average each?
Oh, man, I couldn't
Are these
tell
collector ones or just, like, street shoes?
I don't know. But I do know that they range in sizes from 10 to 12, which is right where I'm at. Sometimes a 10.5, sometimes an 11.5, depending on the manufacturer.
The width and everything.
Yeah, like my Adidas that I just got, they're 11.5. But the Nike that I'm wearing today, 10.5. So look at me. I got sneakers for days. 2 days, because I have 2 pairs.
But you can have more.
Yeah. So this is lot number 4845. And if you go to govdeals.com,
you can buy them.
You can bid. You've got all the way until September 15th.
So you can buy the whole set, or are they buying it? Or are they trying to sell them individually?
It looks like maybe they've broken them up into different lots. So it's like, here's 10 pair of shoes, here's 10 pair of shoes, here's 10 pair of shoes. And you just bid.
And you can buy the sneakers?
You got to bid on them as is. You can't call about them. And I
didn't know. Well, I knew, but like I've never done it. But there's a whole culture of people who buy things that are confiscated items. And you can, it's like an auction.
What the heck? Have you ever seen this website before? GovDeals, govdeals.com. It is all the crap that the government has seized.
Is it cars and stuff?
Selling it. Yeah, it's like everything. Like, Nikki, for example, do you want to buy a boat?
I can buy a boat. How much is the boat going for?
How about audio-visual equipment? Would you be interested in a...
It looks like Craigslist of the government, world.
One lot of televisions. That's weird.
Motorcycle? Like, you want a motorhome?
No, but thank you.
I was just looking.
Let's see.
You get music equipment, all drugs, but like, I think legal ones.
This has got 18, okay, here's a lot of at least 2 TVs, and here they are. $100 was the starting bid. It's been bid on 18 times. They're up to $325.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Well, that's something if you're looking for a deal.
I feel like I
do
just
they ship it
something.
to you, or what do they do?
I'm going to spitball and say you probably pay for shipping. Or I don't know, maybe you can go to the Jasper County Sheriff's Office and pick it up.
All right, there's options. You can buy suitcases, lots of random stuff.
Huh. Yeah, but then you run that risk. Like we were talking yesterday of like that diamond whatever was encrusted in the something of the suitcase and they hunt you down and take your suit.
No, they wouldn't be able to tell who, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, because the government doesn't keep track of anything and they keep everything super secret.
Sure, it'll be fine.
You're right, Nikki. Nothing to worry about.
I'd be more interested if like the guy who got picked up and these are his shoes and he's like, Mom, you got to go bid on all of them.
I ain't got no shoes.
You got to go get all my shoes for me, like if you're allowed to do that.
Oh, man. Count me out.
We thought about selling the worst of the riot, but let's be honest, no one is buying this stuff. Get it for free on the Radio U app.
It is the Riot on Radio U.
Is it time?
It's time. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I have been pushing people to listen.
Every time we play this song, Obi always tweets about it.
I tweet about it almost every morning when we play it because people need to listen to Propaganda's album, Nikki.
I understand, and you're doing your part.
I am doing my part. My tiny little whatever. I want people to know that people need to check out Propaganda's new album.
Good morning, Propaganda. How are you doing?
Good morning. I am good.
Man, it is great to get a chance to hang with you this morning. How are you?
Man, I am wonderful. And I see those tweets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is so dope.
You see Obi and he's an influencer. No.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
that's me.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
That's me.
No, but you have to apologize, or maybe not, but this will be a couple of minutes of us loving on Propaganda.
That's
so
all right.
Everybody just get in line and get ready.
That's all right. So, man, I don't even know. There's a lot about you I don't know, so I got to ask some basics. Where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Nice.
Born and raised.
So do you still live there?
I live in Long Beach,
Okay.
a little bit further south, but still the LA area.
Okay. How many cats do you have right now?
Zero.
Okay.
Wait.
Propaganda has a Cats song that
you gotta hear the song.
is a must hear.
So, dude, real talk, though. What happened?
Which is funny. That's a true story.
It is? It's so...
Yeah, we had a cat named Widget, and the cat would, when my family would leave for like work and school, it's just if I'm not touring, I'm legit just sitting at home. So I had to sit with this cat, and I just remember being like, I hate you. I hate you in my house.
No way.
You know?
Okay, propaganda though, but like cats don't need a lot of care to where like did you feel like just pressure because he was there in the same room with you all the time, or did you feel pressure like you had to play with the cat?
Yeah, both. Yeah. So this cat apparently was like not one of those like I don't need a lot of attention cats. This cat was like, pet me. I want to sit and sleep right next to you. I don't. Why are you push? Why do I have to go over there? And I'm like, well, oh my gosh. And then I got one of those like toys with the with the little like fake little mouse on the stick.
Yeah.
And then her hunting instincts kicked in, and I was like, okay, wait, that's kind of dope. This is fun, you know.
And then you finally got into it.
Yeah, and I got embarrassed that I actually liked it. It was like I'm in the house by myself, but I'm like, oh my gosh, don't tell anybody I'm having a good time. You know?
So what you're saying is you put that song out because you just wanted to let everybody know, no, look, I hate cats.
No, seriously, I do. But then the lesson I learned in that moment, because I was making fun of myself. I was like, man, I'm over here embarrassed that I like this. And then I'm like, but I still want to maintain my posture of not being a cat lover.
Sure.
And then I'm like, but I'm having a good time right now. This is ridiculous. I don't know. Why do I need to maintain this? You know?
Well, I will tell you that you're talking to. I'm allergic to everything, so
I know he can't. Even if you wanted to, you could not have anything.
I live alone in a plastic room, like with nothing. but like Nikki, on the other hand, has all the animals.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with them, but I can't even bring them into work. So, and no dogs for you either.
Can't bring them into work.
Well,
are we even having this conversation right now?
Yes, apparently we are.
Oh my god!
Propaganda would never want to do that because it's the cat's just there.
Well. Yeah. Man, I have, as you know, I've been tweeting about, I have really, really enjoyed your album. It's probably been one of the most thought-provoking albums that's come across my path in a really long time.
So Crooked came out at the end of June, and that does feature Olympian, which is the song we're currently playing on Radio U, which people are just loving.
Yeah. And
thank you.
My impression of the album and following you on Twitter is that you just seem to be somebody that is very informed, thoughtful, thought-provoking.
Well-spoken.
Yeah, and I'm curious, what do you do to keep up? Where do you go to kind of stay on the pulse of what's going on in society? Because you're addressing it, but what does that process look like for you?
Man, that's a great question. No one ever asked me that. I practice what I like to call media literacy, which is you just I pull from a wide swath of things. So if a story pops up, in my morning sort of podcast, I listen to the NPR morning podcast that's 15 minutes long first. Sure. And then I'll start looking at other sources. I look at news sources from other countries. I look at, pop culture, again, stories from other places, and kind of just look at the story across different sections. It helps being able to at least understand other languages. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So I can kind of understand Spanish pretty well. So sometimes I look at the Spanish, the news from Mexico, you know what I mean? And just kind of put it all together to get a better,
more well-rounded opinion on it. I
might be understanding it. Yeah, more well-rounded opinion.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Well, you can tell because a lot of people have a lot of opinions, but we always appreciated yours. It does seem like it's not just throwing out one quick opinion, but it is more well-rounded.
Dude, thank you.
So when you're taking all of that and you're boiling it down to working on an album, what's the writing process look like for you? How do you take that and then you take it from, hey, I'm taking it in, now I've got something to say about it. How do you sit down and figure out what you want to say?
Yeah, that's very slow for me. I feel like I'm always writing. I never really stop writing. So it's, a lot of mulling over, chewing on, readdressing, taking just little pieces by pieces. I talk it through with my wife. I talk it through with just so many other people around me that I think just really think better than I do. Mm-hmm. And just kind of put it all together and kind of go from there. But for me, it's like I said, it's a lot of mulling over. And it's a slow process. so that when I do actually like, okay, it's time to go to Portland and record, I feel like I've thought this through so much that I can like just kind of like, it just kind of pours from there.
Right on. Well, as Nikki said, like, really appreciate your opinions and appreciate how well thought out it really feels, and it really shows in the music. In a culture,
including the cat song,
even the cat song,
even the cat song, it shows in there, even there.
But I mean, we're in a culture where the turnaround on opinions is instantaneous, and it leads to a lot of nonsense. And I have appreciated just kind of the depth that I've seen you bring. And it brings me to another question. I'm just curious. I saw you do some stuff with Show Baraka. Are you guys ever going to make that available, like as a podcast or somewhere where we can listen to that? Because I would love to hear that.
We are. So it's been recorded.
Okay.
It's kind of been just this like, okay, so how many more times do we want to do it live?
Sure.
And then, before we actually put out, the actual recording of it. But yeah, it's there. That is the plan. We just need to figure out like when's the next time we're gonna or when we're gonna actually retire the live event.
Sure,
okay.
And then they'll make it available for everybody else.
Well, we're talking to Propaganda. Yeah. Very excited to get a chance to spend some time with him. Parting shot to you. I saw you tweet about some Ethiopian coffee. I want to know what's the coffee blend that I should be out there looking for?
What's the one of choice?
Yeah. So really right now, because the Ethiopian crop has been like really stuck in customs, it finally came out. So if you're going to any coffee shops, like get any versions of the Ethiopian ones right now. Because they're fresh. They just made it to the States. It's going to be phenomenal. The Tanzanian cups are pretty good right now, but like if you can land you a Yirgacheffe, they'll get you that Yirgacheffe.
Propaganda, I don't know about that.
I'm writing this down. I got to go ask some questions.
If we can land us a what?
A Yirgacheffe.
A Yirgacheffe. Okay, I got it.
That's the region.
I'm gonna act like I know what it is and then
just
Google it later.
Sure,
I'm gonna Google it later.
Look, you don't even have to. You walk into the shop and be like, "Hey, you guys have any single origin Yirgacheffe? You guys got it."
All right.
They might ask us to leave because they think we're being a smart mouth with them, but maybe.
No.
They'll be like, they'll probably say, they'll be like, hey, we have a co-chair actually, and then you're like, oh, that'll work.
Okay, we'll go with that.
At least just go with the yours.
Okay,
well, I'll
we'll
tell
go
you
with it.
right now, the Propaganda just taught me how to be a coffee poser right here.
Nice.
Like I am totally
there you go.
Everything he just said, I'm going to go back. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to rehearse it. I'm going to go in and ask for it. So, well, dude, Propaganda. It has been so great talking to you. Thank you for your time.
It's now time for us to play Olympian so that Obi may tweet afterwards.
That's right.
And you may see it again. So,
how does Nikki put up with Obadiah day after day? It's easy. We pay her. Radio U.
Listen, there's not going to be any time during the day that you're going to say to me, do you want pizza? I'm going to be like, no.
Even for breakfast, like right now, if there was a pizza, yes, we would say yes.
I like everything about pizza. The crust, the sauce, the cheese, and the pepperoni. I don't really like a lot of other things on it.
You don't like the toppings?
No.
You know what I do want? I want a breakfast pizza with like eggs and bacon and like that breakfast gravy.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound good? Like a biscuit crust.
I like the way you think.
I know.
I like that. Well, here's the thing. Somebody at McDonald's, apparently like in the 80s, McDonald's had pizza.
They had pizza?
Yeah.
Huh.
It wasn't like forever, but there was a time when McDonald's had a pizza.
Okay.
In fact, let's look it up right now. Let's just derail this whole thing.
And let's see. I want to know the details on it.
Let's see. McDonald's pizza.
It must not have lasted very long.
All right. Here we go. McPizza. Oh, can't we do better than that, guys?
That was probably back in the day when they're like, yeah, just put Mick in front of it.
All right. Was it McDonald's? They started in the 80s, but by 1991, it was in over 500 McDonald's locations, but it was discontinued in most restaurants by 2000.
Because maybe they couldn't like make it fast enough or something?
Maybe people just didn't buy it. I think the idea of getting pizza from McDonald's is a bummer.
No, thank you.
That is a real
Unless
bummer.
you were a really picky eater and like pizza was the only thing you ate at every place, maybe, but not enough to keep it on the menu.
Well, here's a fascinating thing is that there were, up until September 1st, still 2 McDonald's in the world selling pizza.
September 1st, this like
Like
this month?
4 or 5 days ago, whatever, 6 days ago.
Were they old pizzas?
No.
Okay,
Check this
they
out.
were just still making them?
I have been to this McDonald's. The McDonald's
Is it Oregon?
McDonald's in Pomeroy, Ohio.
Ah, okay.
It's on the Ohio River, and they call it like the McDonald's on the river or something, but like it's a bigger McDonald's. At least it seemed like it was. It's been a while. And there's one in Spencer, West Virginia. And that place, those are 2 franchises owned by the same guy.
So he would still have pizza?
And so when McDonald's stopped making pizza, they basically went to work figuring out what were the ingredients, how can we approximate it, and in those 2 locations, they continued to serve pizza. Well, that's been going on for like the last 16, 17 years. So nobody knew about it. And then there was a post last year that ended up kind of getting picked up and passed around that there are still these 2 McDonald's making pizzas.
I wouldn't think McDonald's would want you to do that. Like, you can't go rogue like that.
McDonald's corporate didn't know about it, found out about it, and said they had to stop serving pizza by August 31st or they could lose their franchise.
I'm not shocked about that. You can't just do that. I'm surprised they got away with it for so many years.
Yeah.
I would have thought that McDonald's would have monitored their franchises a little bit more, but
okay.
Maybe not.
I don't know if it's the soda or the fries, but this is a pizza with a McDonald's soda and a large fry next to it. I'm back on board.
You do want it. It doesn't look good.
I'm back in. I want it. I want that.
Well, in the beginning, you said you didn't think that sounded good.
You're right. I didn't, but I've changed my mind.
You could have fries on your pizza. Now, I know you could really pick up fries after you pick up a pizza and make your own version of it, but I guess it looks pretty good.
Whoa, here's a 90s commercial or whatever from McDonald's selling McDonald's pizza.
McPizza.
All right, $5.99 for 1 or 2 for $10.
What size are they? Like little personal pizzas?
You know what? The commercial is not specific. Well, I mean, here's a mom and a daughter. It looks like probably like a 12-inch pizza. I'm going to approximate. I mean, for all I know, that girl is really small.
Do you think it's enough for both to share or one for each?
Well, I mean, I think that if you and I got one, we'd wish we'd gotten 2.
And the second one, yes. Well,
yeah, but, at 2 for $10, once we get our $1 sodas and then pile on our French fries.
Well, if you were a fan of the 2 McDonald's left that would still make pizzas, then no more.
They got shut down.
The man.
Shut them down.
Shut them down. But they are a franchise. So sometimes it's okay to, you have to do the rules sometimes.
Quality control, says Nikki. She's siding with management.
Yeah, when it comes to this, they went a long time with that.
Yeah.
I know. You hate the Riot. Why are they on the radio?
Stupid. Yeah.
Honestly, we can't trust them with anything else. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Listen, what we're about to talk about, I'm not on the outside looking in.
You're right in the heart of it.
I know exactly what this is all about.
Well, get ready for another list.
I know exactly what it is. Are you ready?
Yes, what is it?
All right, here's the deal. They say these are the 7 signs that or is it 6? I don't know, signs that you're drinking too much caffeine.
So caffeine, so like coffee stuff.
Mm-hmm. So it could be coffee, it could be soda.
Energy drinks. Soda.
It could be whatever. It's good. That's what it is.
Well, let's see if it's on the list.
All right, well, here's what's on the list. Number 1, you feel anxious.
Sure. That's a top one.
You know what's funny is they say, like, anxiety, one of the things that they talk about is having fidgeting hands. Mm-hmm. Oh, baby.
You had that a lot, and then you cut off soda, and
it's almost completely gone.
You stand still now.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely gone. I mean, I still have coffee, et cetera, but, like, my caffeine level is way, way, way down. And I know all about the fidgety hands. All about it. In fact, when I stopped drinking soda, the thing that I kept finding was, like, I would set my hands somewhere and they would just sit there, and I was like, what's wrong with my hands?
Like, why is it not moving?
Seriously. Like, when I was driving, like, my hand would just rest on the steering wheel. I remember just looking at my hand like...
But I think what's unique with you and maybe others, but caffeine affects you from different sources. So I think coffee caffeine affects you differently than soda caffeine.
Absolutely.
So that was a product of that, whereas you have coffee now and it doesn't affect your hands.
Okay, how about this one? You have stomach pain.
Again, that could be a big one with coffee.
People say that a lot of times you'll think it's spoiled food, but it's actually too much coffee, or too much caffeine that you're getting. Ooh, here's one. Your heart is racing. So you have or you feel your heart pumping really hard. I used to have that.
Eric gets that with one particular type of energy drink.
I would come home in the afternoon and I might be like, I'm going to like take a quick nap or something. And I would lay down and I couldn't sleep because my heart would just be like, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I could literally feel it pumping like in my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's healthy.
That's not a warning sign at all.
Okay, I won't say what, but if you have to go to the bathroom,
thank you. We'll skip over that. We got it.
You can't sleep. You've got the jitters, which feels like anxiety to me, all right?
These are the signs that you're having too much caffeine.
All right, the last one on their list, they say that you've got headaches,
Well, now, for some people, though, because I get really bad headaches, and they sometimes suggest to me I have a tiny bit of caffeine.
Right.
To kill a headache.
Well,
but if you have too much, then maybe it works in reverse and gives you a headache.
Well, if you look at tension headache stuff or like migraine stuff, what you'll see there is that it has caffeine in it, and that's because it increases blood flow, and I think it opens up, I don't know if it's your capillaries. Like, it has an effect on your circulatory system that gets things to open up, and a lot of times that'll cure a headache. But yeah, there you go.
Maybe not in the quantities that we're having.
Look, I'm still having like soda dreams, and I still miss it or whatever. But I'm telling you, man, get out while you can. Like, just get out. I'm not saying you have to give it up. I'm just saying cut back.
You don't want to be checking off the entire list we just gave off.
You really, really don't. So, hey, like I said, I'm on the inside looking out. Now's as good a time as any. Or, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow's a good day.
This was the worst of the riot, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The riot exists because Radio U exists, and Radio U only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at radiou.com/donate.
I could go grab your toothbrush right now, put it in a Petri dish, and grow poop.